Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Liberty Warrior Nation 2. I am Tammy Nation here to help host the LWN Network and Liberty Warrior Nation celebration of LW on his birthday today. Thanks to you that are here already. Thanks to you, the people that are going to be joining us pretty soon. We hope to have some memories that we can share and laugh over the last 50 years. We're going to cover some toys of the past, shows of the past, important events of the past, but mostly it's going to be lighthearted and to celebrate, like I said, LW's birthday. We know that everything's been so serious in life and there's a lot going on even today as we speak. We'll cover a little bit on that, but tonight we just mostly want to hear from you, your guys' comments, call-ins. LW is going to have the phone lines open, and he does have a special guest that he is going to bring on this evening, which I'm excited about. This guest had me actually in tears just before we went on the air, so you'll know why pretty soon. But we are going to have a good time. Kick back, relax, you guys. De-stress the shoulders, de-stress the mind, and let's just go ahead and flash back and have some good times together tonight. And we're going to be right back with LW and his special guest right after this 30-second countdown. See you in a minute. Hey, birthday guy.
Hey, we're here. We're still alive after 51 years. I didn't think I'd make it past 21. Then I didn't think I'd make it past 30. Then I didn't think I'd make it past 40. And today I finally I made it past 50 years old, Tammy.
Well, God does have a sense of humor there, LW.
Yeah, he does. And you'll find out here in a few minutes how humorous he truly is. But today I turned 51. I'm very grateful for that.
Yeah, it's funny because I was thinking back, and we did a birthday show way back. I think the first year or so we were together, and it seems like just yesterday, but it's been 4 or 5 years already since that first show. So it's pretty cool to be back here where we are now. And is LW going to lose his SNAP benefits? Oh my gosh, and happy birthday, love pugs, to your granddaughter who turns 5 years old on Saturday. A lot of love and happy birthdays in here for you, LW. It is so great to be able to celebrate it on air and just have a good time tonight, sharing the memories. And as I look through some of these things that I have for the show tonight, oh boy, 51 doesn't seem that old, but when you look at the stuff that I have, I'm like, oh, I remember that. It was quite a while ago.
Yeah. Hey, I think the show that you're talking about, let me take you back. It was, remember my friend Mandy, the Awakened Patriot? She started her own channel. I was trying to help her get going. She did it for a while, and then she just couldn't take all the stuff all the time, just constant, negativity, honestly. She just couldn't do it. But she does, her and her husband, they have this big shop on their property. They do a Halloween party every year, and that year I happened to go. It was on a Saturday on my birthday, and you and Mary Kay and a few of them were doing the birthday party thing, and I got on my phone remotely, and we were doing the birthday party. It was pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm. You didn't know we were going to do it either, so it was really cool. Yeah. It was really cool to be able to look at that after the show and revisit it and all that. So it was really a special time. Like I said, we have to be grateful and thankful and share the light side of life and celebrate the good things as well as pay attention to the bad things, But it just felt good to have just a nice, light, easy show tonight. Have some laughs, poke some fun. And, people in here are having some good comments in here already. It's cracking me up. But, yeah, very nice comments as well. So,
well, we'll open the phone lines up here in a little bit. Anybody who wants to call in, you're welcome to tonight. I encourage you to. I do have my special guests. They're sitting right next to me. I don't know how this is going to go, Tammy. I really don't.
I think it's going to go well because you know, it is what it is, and if it doesn't go well, you just have to remain calm and remember who he is.
Yes, I do.
There he is.
The
Yep,
one,
Hello.
the one, the only, the Noah.
Noah, it's good to see you. Thanks for coming on tonight. What a cool gift for your dad for his birthday.
Yeah.
He's been wanting to do a show with his dad for quite a while.
Yeah. He's getting a little old, you know.
Yeah, he's getting up there, Noah.
Yeah. Started to get up to Joe Biden and Donald Trump, but you know.
Do you help him get his boots on and all that for work sometimes?
Oh, he makes me take his boots off, so
Yeah.
his back's
Yes.
getting too old.
Well, that's a good son. Thanks for helping him out there,
Yeah.
Noah. Everybody's saying hi to you, Noah.
Hello.
You can read the chat right here in front of us here. They're saying hi to you. So if you want to say hi back to anybody, there's Southern Jen, Love Pug's in there. We've got Carlene, and then over here you've got Rosebud and a couple others that are saying hi to you, Noah. Anna Banana saying hi to you. Chase is saying hi to you.
Well,
You're gonna have to speak up because I sure can't hear you.
yeah, because you get into that age, we know.
Noah was saying that his dad's getting a little hard of hearing, so he's got to speak a little louder tonight, but that's okay. We do the best with what we have. That's all there is to it.
Absolutely.
So, Noah, after watching your dad all these years, what is one of the things that you've learned from your dad as far as being on the air like he is?
Well, I can hear him from my room, so I hear mostly what he says. He's kind of like me. He likes to argue. He loves politics.
Mm-hmm.
He's into that, so.
So, have you learned a lot from your dad?
Yeah. Learn
Do
more
you-
about the politics, you know, the world around you.
Yeah, and that's good. And how old are you again?
I'm 13. This May I'll be turning 14.
So here he is, 13-year-old little LW, guys. He can hear his dad from his bedroom. He's learned a lot from him. You've traveled around with him some places as well, too.
Yeah, I have.
Did you have a good time when you went to him? It was in northern Idaho, I think it was.
Yeah, we went to Coeur d'Alene. That was pretty fun. I got to spend a lot of his money, so
That's always a benefit.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think it's pretty cool that you're kind of following in his footsteps, and maybe if there's a time that he can't make it on the show, you and I can do the show together.
Yeah.
How about that?
That ought to be pretty interesting because I'm going to tell you, he's a spitfire when it comes to politics, and he's got two older sisters. And a few years ago, they had said something about Trump, and he let them have it about Biden, and he did not let up, let me tell you. He has no fear.
Oh, wow. Well, that's good. I think that it's good to be confident in that kind of thing and speak your voice instead of catering to what other people want you to think and say and be. No, that is a good lesson in life that you've learned young. Growing up in the way things are out there now, you really have learned a lot that's going to serve you in your young age all the way to adulthood. Speaking your piece, right?
Yeah.
So what else do you like about your dad being on the air and doing this with him? There's got to be something you like that makes you want to even do this at the age of 13.
Well, it helps me learn what's right and what's not right, like who to vote for, like when I get older, and who to be, like,
I think it's good about who to vote for. That's really important, and to know if they're telling the truth or not, and just being informed. That's a very good thing. And there's not many 13-year-olds, I think, that feel that way. So you could be a leader of the pack for that, Noah.
yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. LW's never been this quiet for this long, Noah.
I haven't, and you're driving the bus tonight, so I'm just along for the ride. You let me know when you want me to turn the callers on, the call center on, and I'll turn that on too.
Well, you can go ahead. I look at Southern Jen's like he's got jokes. I love it. Yeah, I'm telling you, this kid is amazing, and Noah will be able to run the show quickly. No, Letta said, "LOL." Very handsome, guys. Noah is a very handsome young man. Indeed, he is. And then somebody said my mic doesn't sound good. Does my mic still sound bad, you guys? I turned it up a little bit. Maybe it was too low. But anyhow, just go ahead if you guys want to call and wish LW a happy birthday, or you have a question for LW or Noah, or you want to talk to Noah. 620-317-1776 is the number before we start getting into the show, because oh boy, when we go back down this memory lane, I'm telling you, this stuff looks archaic, and you're a bit younger than me, so I'm so glad that we're doing this on your birthday instead of mine.
Noah will probably make fun of us for it because it's definitely going to be old to him. So I can't wait to hear what he has to say.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
the only thing old in this room is you, so.
touche, one for Noah. I'm telling you, you are quick on the ball, Noah. That is amazing. Oh my gosh, that is wonderful.
Learned it from him.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
he tries to be the class clown, and it gets him in a lot of trouble. So I really hope that he. Here's the thing. I love his humor. He's got great humor. He needs to learn when to use it and when not to use it. And when you're in class, being a distraction to the teacher, not a good time to use it. Here on air, use it all you want. I'm cool with that.
Well, Noah, I will tell you, I got always on my report card, talks too much. And I did get sent to the principal's office many times for talking. I wasn't necessarily fighting or arguing, but I was talking. So it is what it is, look at me now. So your dad's right. There is a time and a place to do it. That'll come as you get older and wiser and learn when to zip it and then when to let it out. It took me a long time. So now I turned my mic way down. So maybe it was just running hot.
Yeah, sounds
from the
good
inside.
to me.
Okay, good.
Does it sound good to you, Noah?
Her mic, sounds fine.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Cool.
All right, so let's go ahead, and while we're waiting for a caller, I'm just going to go ahead and share screen and pull this up. And this is just going to be some moments from 50 years ago that were important in different things. So, oh boy, here we go. So,
Here we go.
Look at this. The first pocket calculator came out. Look at that calculator.
Bet you remember that one, Dad.
Look at that. It is terrible from being that old to compared to what we have now. So actually in January, that was the first thing that came out. Then the next thing was Nixon orders the space shuttle.
Hold on. I
What?
got a story.
Okay.
Let's take that off screen real quick.
Okay, let me do that let me do that.
It's echoing.
There you go.
There we go. It echoes when she's got that up. Okay, so when we're talking about the old pocket calculator there, I don't know. I think I was like in the fifth grade, somewhere around there. They had watches that came out with a calculator on it, and I had to get my hands on one of those watch calculators. And I thought it was super cool when I had that thing. And I can't remember exactly how much it cost. It was back then. It was expensive, so it was probably like $20, and back then $20 was like probably 50 or 60 nowadays, right? And so I was in the fifth grade. I went and I worked and I made the money. I saved the money and I went and I bought me the calculator, and it was down at a drugstore in downtown Caldwell, Idaho. And I bought that thing and I wore it, and I remember it was like a plastic. It was a plastic wristband. And when you would sweat from playing football or whatever, it would get all sweaty and like stinky. It had this odor to it that was nasty. But I loved it because I'd be in class and I'd think I was all cool and I could do, multiplication and all that stuff. But then the teacher saw it, and whenever we were working on math, she'd take that stinking watch from me because she didn't want me using it while we're doing multiplication or subtraction or any of that stuff. And I remember I had that for a while. And then I lost it. I left it somewhere. It fell out. I can't remember, but I got so upset. I went and saved my money and went and bought a second one. So when you're talking about the pocket calculator like that, I had something much, much cooler in the early 80s, and it was a calculator watch. And I absolutely loved that thing. And the watch I had before that was the Dukes of Hazzard watch.
Ooh.
And it also had a plastic band on it and stank really bad. But I remember whenever the timer would go off, it would do the General Lee horn.
That is cool.
And that was freaking cool.
That would be cool. Of course, you have to have the upgrade, right? You had to have the coolest of cool. But the point is, stuff like that wasn't just given to us like kids have now. That was special, and so special your parents didn't just give you a new one because you lost it. You saved the money to buy another one. And that's how some things are different now compared to back then. Because kids now, Noah, right? A lot of your stuff I don't think is like 10 or 20 bucks that you want, right? Isn't it like $100?
Apple Watches are like 200, somewhere in there. $100 for old ones.
Right? So, and even your video games are expensive, right?
Yeah, I want this new Xbox, and it costs $160, so I gotta be saving.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
but that's for you're talking about an Xbox on Marketplace that's actually a few years older now. If you wanted the newest version of Xbox, which is like Xbox 5 or something like that, it's like $400 or $500 or $600, right, Noah?
It's the second newest one, but yeah. The Xbox Series X, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's the newest one. It's like $500 just for one single thing that produces pixels. So
Isn't that insane? So when you go back, I'm sure your dad's watch, what was that, like $20 back then, LW?
Yeah, it was expensive for the time, and I want to say it was around $20, which nowadays again it'd probably be closer to $100. Comparable to nowadays, so that was a lot of money. I had a paper route from the time I was probably about 9 years old. I had a friend, he was about 14. He had the paper route in the subdivision, and then he got his driver's license at like 14 and a half, because you get your driver's license here in Idaho that young. And so he did the paper route for a little while with his car, and I helped him learned the route, and then he went to work for NAPA selling car parts. He spent all of his paychecks on his car. He had a really cool old Ford Grand Torino. And so when he went to work for NAPA, he asked me if I wanted to take over the paper route. I was like 9 years old, and so I did the paper route for a little over 2 years, and I was making roughly anywhere from $65 to $100 a month. And then, me being me, I learned that there was other paper routes that were becoming available. So I had one paper route. That was my main paper route. I had a smaller paper route. I grabbed that one and started delivering paper routes on the second one. And then I grabbed the third one, and I convinced a couple of kids that were the same age as me or a little bit younger to deliver the papers for me, and I'd split half the pay with them. So they were delivering papers for like $25 a month, and I was getting $25 a month for having the paper route. But then when the Caldwell Tribune is who I used to deliver for, when they found out that I had 3 paper routes and I was subcontracting, this is a 10-year-old kid. I was subcontracting to other kids. They came to the house, talked to my parents, said, hey, this can't happen. He can't subcontract to anybody. And so I had to give up the paper routes.
Oh, that is so sad. You were an entrepreneur even back then at 10 years old. Oh, heck my gosh. Well, when you speak about money and saving, my first job, I was 12 years old. And actually, if you guys in chat want to tell us what your first job was and how old you were and how much you made, that would be great. My first job was when I was 12 years old. And I remember having to get special papers. My parents did in order to do it. And I was a strawberry picker. So I had to get up at the break of dawn, head out into the strawberry fields. It was all dewy. Mosquitoes ate us alive. And I was on my hands and knees picking strawberries out of the farm. And then when you got your carrier full, you'd go, hey, carrier. And a carrier would come, which was just a person, take your full strawberry carrier and then give you an empty one, and then you got paid at the end of the day. But I worked hard all summer long, and I saved up $100. Noah, I worked every day, Monday through Friday, all summer to earn $100. And with that $100, I bought one of the first AM/FM stereo record players. So it was a stereo radio with a record player on it and two big speakers. And I was so happy with that thing. I had it for years and years and years. But can you imagine working all summer, Noah,
Yeah.
and only earning $100?
So when Tammy got to Michigan, Noah, it was in a covered wagon. So when she made $100 for the whole summer,
That's so
that
bad.
was a lot of money back then in that early time. And so when we're talking about this boombox, we're talking about a boombox that weighed like 500 pounds. She probably had to get two of her older brothers to pack it around for her just because it was that heavy. So, Tammy goes a lot further back than I do.
It was not a boom box. It was an AM FM stereo with speakers. The boom box was when I was in middle school. Those were popular. But Noah, what was your first job?
I think when I was like 4 or 5, I went to work with my dad. It was like take your son to work. So I got experience on electrician. So that's pretty fun. We got a whole picture of it, I think, on his phone.
Yeah,
Oh.
but what did you do this summer? He did have his first real job this summer for himself.
I was mowing lawns this summer for
Awesome.
$20 a yard. So that's fun.
That's a decent price, basically. That's a really good price, I think. So you got to earn a lot of money then.
Yeah, I did.
That's amazing. So $20 a yard, and I worked all summer for $100. And you know what? That's times have changed. That's for sure. But look at some of these. 16 at a grocery store. You started at $3.37. My first job as a hairdresser, I worked for a private lady, and she gave me $1 an hour because from her pay. But everything else was if I worked on heads of hair, then I got a bunch more money, but the base pay was $1. So if I had nobody for an hour, I made $1 that hour. Isn't that terrible?
I would never do that.
I'm going to plead the fifth.
Look at, hey, I had a car with an 8-track Outlandish, said I made $2.90.
Lori said babysitting for 50 cents an hour.
Oh yeah, I babysat a lot, and boy, it was a big deal if you got up to $1 or $2 an hour. And each kid, see, when I first started, each kid you didn't get extra for that. It was a flat rate. Where now people charge per kid as well.
Yep. All right, what's next? What's next that you're going to pull up there, Tammy?
Okay,
Nobody's called in yet. I've been keeping an eye. So if you guys want to call in and make a comment or anything, it's 620-317-1776. Would love to hear from you.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to pull up the toys here. Because Noah, I think it's perfect that he's here because Noah is going to crack up. These are toys.
Toy Story?
No. See? That's what I mean. Noah, it's toys. These are
Wooden
the toys.
back in your day?
No. Hey, don't be taking your dad's side on me here.
I agree with him.
Oh my gosh. These are the toys that were popular when your father was young. Stretch Armstrong. So, LW, did
I
you
know
have
that
one of
one.
those? Did you have one of those, LW?
No.
How about a Nerf? You had to have a Nerf football.
Yes.
What about?
I still
Go ahead.
have one.
Yeah.
Well, I used to do.
They have all kinds of them now. They have a whole bunch of different ones. Then Hungry Hungry Hippo game. Do you guys remember that one?
Sure do.
What about you, Noah?
I love that game.
I do too. I still like that game. Connect 4 was a little bit too brainy for me. I didn't really care for Connect 4 that much. And then you go to Weebles. And the point is, with these, when you see all these different toys, these were handheld toys that you had to use your hands to work with them. The Light Bright is on here too. So nothing really was automated. Everything had you use your hands and use your mind to create things like the G.I. Joe, the Easy Bake Oven, the Baby Alive. All of it is so makes you think and create, where I think we've lost that a lot. We don't have that anymore because basically you're using your hands to play video games, and that's what we do. But all of this, you could spend hours playing these different games, and that's what we did.
Yeah. So my favorite one of all time, when I was probably from the age of 6 to 10, I would say probably G.I. Joe. So even a little bit before my time, like a year or two before my time, maybe even a few years earlier than that, was Star Wars. So Star Wars action figures first came out. That was a big deal. G.I. Joe. I used to save my money, and I used to buy as many G.I. Joes as I possibly could. And then He-Man was another big one that was out when I was a kid. I didn't get into He-Man. It was pretty much just G.I. Joe. Not only did I play with the action figures, but me and my two younger brothers, we would get all kinds of different, like, toy guns. They'd make noises, squirt guns, you name it. We had all kinds of different toy guns, and we would go out and play Army and play G.I. Joe for hours and hours. And also we'd play football. We'd play baseball. We'd play kickball. We'd play Smear the Queer. You can't even say that anymore because that's like hate speech, but we played Smear the Queer. We played hide and seek, and in the summertime, you know how it was when the street lights come on, you had to come home. Like we had so much fun outside, and that's weird today because our punishment was if we got in trouble, you'd be grounded into the house. Nowadays, the kids are in the house, never want to leave, and to ground them, you have to kick them out of the house, right, Noah?
Yeah. But you do, if I go outside, you say you're grounded inside, and if I stay inside, you say you're grounded outside.
No, that's not true.
When I back in what was it? When we lived by my two friends, I used to go outside and play a lot, and I got in trouble at school, and you got me inside. And now
that doesn't happen very often, though. To be grounded inside, you usually are forced to have to go outside. You've gotten better in the last 2 years since he really took a liking to football. He's been wanting to go out and play football quite a bit compared to when he was a little bit younger, for sure.
So Noah, what do you and your friends do outside? Like I know you'd probably rather be inside playing video games, right?
No, I'd rather be tossing the football with my friends.
So do you have friends that'll do that? And
yeah, but they're never outside, so I just stay inside.
You got to bribe them to go outside to play? Because
Yeah.
what are they doing? What are they doing inside? Are they playing the games?
Yeah, they're playing games or doing homework or doing something.
Mm-hmm. What about Rubik's Cube? Did you ever play with the Rubik's Cube, Noah?
I hate those things. They annoy me.
I can't do I can't do them either. I get frustrated when I see people that solve them in seconds. I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm just not good at that.
I'll play with them for a while, but then I'd peel the stickers off and put them back the way they go because I couldn't stand that stuff.
You were a cheater on Rubik's Cube. I didn't even know the stickers came off those things.
Yeah, you peel them off, move them around.
We're finding some real good information out about you. That's for sure. But anyhow, I just think that the times have changed so much from generation to generation. It seems like we don't do the creating that we used to do. And Noah, what do you think needs to be done? Give some parents advice to get the kids off computers and games and inside and get them outside. Do you think grounding or punishment works, or do you think it's better if your parents do that with you, take you places, or was it better you have adventures with your friends and they let you go on adventures with friends?
I think I like when my dad takes me to a park and we go throw the football. It's better than getting grounded, so.
Yeah. And here's the thing, Tammy. This old man of 51 years old can still run like the Flash. And this kid sitting next to me cannot beat this old man in a 40-yard sprint, can you? Noah, tell the truth. I smoked you. I chopped you up. I cooked you. I made you look pretty pathetic.
5 yards, and he has to go sit down and take a break.
Well, I do have to take breaks, but I still beat his ass. He cannot catch me in a 40-yard dash.
Because he makes me laugh.
I'm fast.
And
this old graybeard can run like the black stallion.
His ego's too high. He needs to drop it down a little bit. But he makes me laugh, and then when I laugh, it's a weakness, and then he says go when I'm still laughing.
I don't do anything to make him laugh. I do not cheat when it comes to the sprint. He just cannot keep up with his old man, because I still have it. At 51 years old, I still have it. I could probably still play college football.
Okay, now we're lying.
He's dreaming. He's off in a dream world. He's pretending that he's 30 on his birthday today. And Noah is big, Lori C. It's amazing, isn't it? But it's true. And when you say your dad makes you laugh to distract you, I would agree with that. Your father has a way of doing stuff like that. And then you get all distracted and he acts all innocent. And then you're thrown for a loop and he's like, go, do it. And you're in the meantime, you're doing other things, thinking about what he said or what he did. So he is an instigator. So we're going to give Noah that, LW. But
right.
we're going to give you that you can run a 50-yard dash and beat him, or a sprint.
A 50-yard dash in 7
I still
seconds.
got it.
Well, that's
It's a
good.
little slow.
I'm glad that you feel that way. All right, let's move on to some TV shows. And I'll just, instead of putting them up so you guys can talk, let's just go ahead and talk about them. And there's a theme to these, which are mostly family shows, mostly like Dukes of Hazzard and Columbo, like mystery shows.
Now we're talking.
Dukes of Hazzard. So I know Dukes of Hazzard was really popular and big. So my question is, which Dukes of Hazzard guy did you want to be, LW?
Me?
Yeah. If you could have been either one.
I'd have to say Bo. And the reason why I say Bo is because he always got all the girls. Like, the girls were always attracted to Bo, this blonde hair. Luke, I thought was total badass, but the girls always liked Bo, so I always wanted to be like Bo.
But you're never like Bo.
No, are you going to be like that? Are you going to be
I am like that.
Oh,
with the girls?
No,
He tries to be like that, but he ain't got
no.
no game.
I do.
ain't
I
got-
got more than you.
No, you don't, twin.
Yes, I do,
No, you
twin.
don't.
Yes, I do,
No, you
twin.
don't.
Unc, you need to calm down.
Yeah,
Take a chill pill.
You're being a little unk.
Unc means you're old, and you're old, so zip it over there, bud.
I can't wait until you're a lot older, because you're pretty amazing now. But so the thing is, if you could be either one, do you know who the Dukes of Hazzard guys
He's never
are? No,
even watched it. He's never even watched it.
I'm
He
not
has
as old
no
as
idea
you
what we're
guys.
talking about.
so you don't know which guy
Show
you
me,
would
show
be.
me. Show me.
Well, let me see. I got to pull up the thing. Let me pull it up here. I don't know if it's a good picture.
So Little House on the Prairie was another major show when we were kids, and I was glued to the TV. I think it was a very healthy show to watch. Had a lot of good morals and values to it, and I watched a lot of that.
You can't. Yeah, I was gonna say stop shit. You have to. You know what? Google it. Do you got your phone, Noah?
He's got his phone. I can Google it.
Yeah, Google it and see which one it is. You'll see one's blonde, one's dark haired. You can tell us which one you thought was cooler. And you know what? I cannot believe you watched Little House on the Prairie. I do not believe that you watched that show.
Me? I still
Yes.
watch. I still watch it. I love Little House on the Prairie.
Oh,
man.
I've watched this one.
It is.
I think
It is one of the best shows of all time, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I love that show. It was innocent. It was from 74 to 1983, so it had a good long run.
Michael Landon had a nice long hair in the back. I love that. There wasn't anything I disliked about that show, to be honest with you.
Dad, you look like this guy.
Smokey and the Bandit, another good one.
You look
Yeah.
like- hold up. Pull it up.
What one does he look like?
How do I show this?
What show was the
Show it.
Kit Car? Oh, yeah, that
Him. He looks
Yeah,
like
Knight
him.
Rider.
He looks like
Knight
him.
Rider. Which one?
This one.
That's the
that's
grandpa.
Uncle Jesse.
That's Uncle Jesse.
That's Uncle Jesse.
Yeah, that's
Oh
him.
boy, that's a blow to the ego right
you
there.
Really think you're
Oh
something
my
back there. Let me
gosh.
have that file.
LW's Uncle Jesse. That's hilarious. The Waltons is another good show, but I was going to say Knight Rider was very popular. Did you watch that one?
Watched a lot of Knight Rider, Fall Guy, A-Team, WWF,
That was big then.
G.I. Joe cartoons, Transformer cartoons,
What about Happy Days?
Happy Days. Watched Happy Days for sure.
Noah, have you seen Happy Days ever?
Nope.
Wow. So what are some of the shows that you watch? Do you have any family-friendly shows that you watch or no?
There's a football show me and Dad watch called All American, and then
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
and then we watch Cobra Kai.
Yep, those two I do enjoy watching with Noah. All American is a really good. It's kind of like a New Days Beverly Hills 90210, which I watched in high school. And then Cobra Kai is the extension to Karate Kid. So it's got Danny Ralus.
Oh my goodness, Dad!
Danny, don't. I'm not going to try to say it because I forgot.
Anyway, so we watched that together for sure.
And Laverne and Shirley, Love Pug said, that was so good. That was a spin-off.
They don't make shows like they used to.
Not at all. Good Times I loved Good Times as well. And then The Partridge Family, which was amazing. Did you watch that?
Yeah. What was the other one? The Partridge Family and the Brady Bunch. We watched the Brady Bunch too.
Yeah.
And then my mom liked watching Knots Landing and Dallas, and man, there's so many shows that you can't even watch anything anymore. They don't make anything anymore that's worth a damn.
Mm-hmm. Welcome Back, Kotter was a really good one. And then Chips was good too.
Oh, I love Chips. Chips was a good one.
That was amazing. So I got to tell you a little story about.
Oh boy, here we go.
This doesn't sound good.
No, it's about the Brady Bunch. So I probably told LW this in private before, but the shows and the characters are a lot of times better than the people that you meet in person, because I got to meet Greg Brady. And when I was in radio in Detroit back in the day, we had a listener party with 100 people, and he came, and he was there, and he was hanging out. The good thing about it was, remember the song they used to do, Have a Sunshine Day? So I got to go on stage and do that with him. The bad news is, that man unfortunately has zero personality, very dry and sarcastic, and it was a big air balloon deflation letdown. It just goes to show you just never know how people are. You meet them, there's your idols from, well, I don't want to say idols, but you've watched them, you grew up with them, the excitement was there, and it was just a big letdown. So I can't even watch the Brady Bunch anymore because I know how they're just acting and they really are fake. A lot of them. Hopefully he doesn't see this. But yeah, I mean, it was just a bad experience because, it's one of those things in life that when you meet the people that have supported you and buy your posters, hang your posters, your records, or whatever it be, I don't think it's that hard to be cordial and have a good time, especially when you're being paid for something. Maybe he was having a bad day, I don't know, but it was really a big letdown. So I don't know. Sometimes you just get that with people. One of the other good shows that was out there was All in the Family. Now, people either really loved that or didn't like that because he was always yelling at Edith all the time. He was always yelling loud and complaining. But I loved that show.
There were a lot of good shows. Like I said, they don't make TV like they used to. But there are streaming platforms out there that do play all those oldies, and so you can find them out there. And I can't remember some of them. What's that one? Teboo.
Pluto and Temu.
Pluto is.
It's not Temu. Temu is the app you get stuff from.
And I don't remember the names of them. What's the other one?
What is it?
Freebie. Freebie.
Oh yeah, Freebie.
Yeah,
yep.
So some of those will play all
Tubi,
those old ones.
Tubi.
Tubi's
it.
Yeah, that's right. What did I say? What did I say?
Temu.
No, she said Temu.
Temu?
Yeah.
What's Temu?
Temu. Okay, you're too old.
What did you just call me?
I said you're old. No stuttering.
I was trying to help your dad pronounce it, and I was going down. He dragged me down that path, and it was the wrong thing. It was in some kind of app, Noah said. But Emergency was really good, so was Adam 12. Yep. All right, so let's go ahead and get into some of the top moments of the years gone by. So this one was the maiden voyage of America's first space shuttle fleet. President Richard Nixon gave the order to develop the program in 1972, and it would run for 30 years with 133 successful missions before concluding in 2011. So that was the space shuttle. I remember that, and we should really talk about, do we really go to space or not?
Yeah, that's a whole nother show. That's a whole nother show. But so one of the very defining moments in my young life while I was in elementary school was I believe it was 5th grade, 1986, when the spaceship Challenger blew up. And we were watching it live in the classroom when that happened. And you want to talk about traumatic, to be honest with you. I mean, that was pretty wild to see a spaceship blow up like that on national television. You're in the 5th grade. Like, that was it's pretty devastating. And I think that was probably one of the biggest moments while I was little. Why does it sound like there's a cat or a dog?
Because it's Tammy's.
It is. I'm just texting my daughter. Her cat was in here sleeping under the bed, and now she's meowing at the door to be let out. So I've got my daughter to go get her. I can't believe that cat.
See what happens when you get old? You get too many cats.
I want one. Send one over.
I have one cat, and it's not mine. It's my daughter's. So see, when you get old, how did this birthday celebration turn into how old I am? Carol Burnett show was really good. That was raw humor. That was
Taxi with Danny DeVito.
Oh yeah, that was
it
good.
Danny DeVito? Am I saying his name right? Danny something.
Yeah, Danny DeVito. Yeah, but Carol Burnett show. That was pure raw humor. They would go off script and make each other laugh. That's
better than Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, which is scripted and really not that great. So the other thing to talk about when it comes to
the Bears won the Super Bowl.
What?
Bears won the Super Bowl. I
Never
just saw
will again.
Doc P. Bears won the Super Bowl in 1985 with Perry the refrigerator. That was awesome.
The refrigerator, yes.
They won't win the Super Bowl again.
Let's see, the Sonny and Cher show, that's amazing. I love the Sonny and Cher show, and look how that's changed. Now, I used to want to be Cher, all that long hair. Gosh, I used to love that show.
Yeah.
Okay, Mike, I was a freshman in high school when the Challenger blew up. Every teacher put the TV in their rooms. It was heartbreaking. Yeah, I remember where I was. Yep, that was very sad. Tim Conway, when he did the elephant, do you remember that?
I don't.
Oh, no. You have to go look that back up. It is amazing. But the other thing that happened was the Mariner 9 arrived at Mars in November of 71 and became the first spacecraft from Earth to orbit the red planet.
That was before I was even born, Tammy. Where are you getting all this stuff?
This was 71, but you
I wasn't born till 74.
That is because she's older than you. It's because she's older than you.
It doesn't matter because all this time of research, you have to have seen something about this because Elon keeps talking about living on Mars and sending people to Mars. And I don't even remember pictures of Mars coming back. All these years later, I don't remember anything about that. That is weird to me. That doesn't even seem real.
You're trying to make me older than what I really am. That's what I feel like.
Okay, do you remember the video age began when
so you want to talk about MTV? That's what you're talking about.
MTV and video games
was pretty cool, and video games. So when I was a kid, they had computer games, and the first computers came out, which was really weird when I was a kid. Something else that was major that came out when I was a kid was in the 80s. The microwave came out. That was a big freaking deal. Microwave ovens. I remember we got our first microwave oven, I think, in like 84 or 85, and when it was a big honker too. But video games, Atari was like one of the first video games. That was the first one I ever owned, was an Atari. And then Nintendo, which I got the original Nintendo now. But Noah and I played the Nintendo together, played football game together, and I'll let him tell you the difference between the Nintendo, the original Nintendo, and some of his video games.
Yeah, why don't you? Because when we started with video games, Noah, it was one joystick that went front to back, side to side. That's it. So why don't you go ahead and talk about then and now, what you have.
Right now we have controllers. Doesn't look what you guys had back in the 1940s or whatever, but
Now you gotta watch it because there's people older than me and your dad in this chat. Go ahead.
and the graphics are way better. Way better. They're not like pixels. You can see the pixels. Now it looks like it's a real person. And
But wait a minute. What is that game? Minecraft. You guys like to play Minecraft. There's or at least a lot of people, and that is nothing but pixels. It makes me crazy to look at that.
'cause it's the point of the game.
Yeah, but pixels are bad. I cannot do pixels.
Then why'd you buy like Nintendos back in the day?
That's
they
all
had
we
pixels.
had.
Nintendos were way after her time.
Oh,
Tammy was more into the older stuff, like
Like
what
ball
was
and
that
jacks.
one? What was that one called? The Oregon Trail. It was on a computer and it was like stick people.
oh,
Yeah, Tammy played the stick people. I made it past the stick people
No,
and I was playing
Dad.
the other weird.
that was
one.
a story based off her.
No, Pitfall was the big one. Yeah,
Pitfall.
and Donkey Kong.
Pitfall was a good
KFH.
one, and Donkey Kong was a good one. Yeah, there you go.
Roblox, Southern Gen. I'm 20 years older than Mike Camperman says. And
Yeah.
how about... Go ahead, Noah.
Roblox isn't all pixels. What? Anyways, I play Madden football games. I don't really play anything else than that though.
Those are good. I think those are good. It teaches you stuff. A
Pac-Man, another good one. Pac-Man
yeah.
was a big popular one for us.
Tetris. Tetris was good. I was really good at Tetris. We used to go to the arcade and play all these games, and I don't even know if they have
What
that
were they
anymore.
like a dime or nickel back when you were? a
No,
kid?
they were a little more than that. Oh my god. Do you guys see what I put up with? Like, I put up with this and I don't know why, but I do. I guess it's so you gotta sacrifice something for the show, right? For the people. Pac-Man, yep, that was very good. What else? Oh, Barbara says happy birthday.
Thank you for
Yeah.
all the birthday wishes. I appreciate it.
Oh, TV tennis, that one was good too. Asteroids was amazing.
Weren't you guys there when the Wii was born or whatever?
The Wii?
Yeah.
Yeah, Wii's not that old. Your sister's got to have the Wii. I bought your sister's the Wii.
Pitfall. Pitfall was the Atari game where the joystick went front or back. And Noah, have you ever seen Pitfall?
No, I have not.
It is just a man running and you jump on alligators' heads and you have to jump on the right spot.
Frogger.
That's one of the things.
Yeah, that's like Frogger.
Is
Frogger
it-
was good. Yeah. It was fun.
I don't know. It's like from you guys' time, whatever. It's like you're like in space and you shoot the aliens. I don't know.
Oh,
But-
that's, yeah.
Yeah.
What was that one I just said? I thought it was Tetris. No.
No, it's not Tetris. Tetris is where you stack blocks.
Yeah, and what was it? That's the one I was good at. But it was the Space Invaders.
Yeah, Space Invaders.
Wasn't it Space Invaders where it was all the different little ones that moved side to side and then you'd graduate up? That
All right,
was
what,
cool.
What else do we got in your memory lane there, Tammy Joe?
I'm going to look here. Some of this I'm scrolling past because
It's too old.
It's not good.
There's nothing too old for Tammy.
Exactly. You know, with age comes wisdom. Let's remember that. Noah, age comes wisdom. Remember that. Respect your elders, too. I'm an elder, Noah. The end of the 60s, we don't care about that. The end of the 60s, the swinging, because Michael say that is too old for him. The swinging 60s come to an end, and then discos and all that started breaking through in the 70s and the 80s. And I'll tell you, that was a very good time. The disco generation was an amazing time, going to discos and dancing. And what men don't realize, even if you don't dance, you don't have to dance fast. Just dance slow. If you take your woman dancing it matters and makes you on her good graces for a very long time. Or if you just dance with her in the kitchen, dance with her in the living room, dance with her outside. Slow dancing, you don't got to try to get down, because most men do not get down very well quickly. It's like a stiff body and loose arms, and then you start doing the John Travolta. Not that. But dance the way to a woman's heart, I do believe. If you guys don't agree with me, let me know, but I think that dancing is important. So that was a big time to going to discos, dancing, and roller skating was a big deal. Did you ever roller skate?
A lot.
You did? I did
A
too.
lot.
So my generation did too. We used to do double sessions. We used to go Friday, Saturday nights. Oopsie, he took himself out. Oopsie. But we used to do it, and the big deal is when you're skating and going backwards. Could you guys go backwards when you roller skated? I remember when I could cross my feet going backwards, I thought that was the cat's meow. That was the best ever. I did fall going backwards once, and I fell so hard. I launched myself in the air, and the stubborn top part of my head hit the floor. You could hear it above all the music, and the DJ said, "Ooh, are you all right? I heard that. That had to hurt." You know how embarrassed I was in front of the whole rink? I had some embarrassing moments, but how good were you at roller skating?
I was probably above average going forward.
Yeah.
I did not go backwards at all.
No?
Not at all. No. No. But Noah's going to check out, so he wants to say goodnight to everybody and jam out of here.
Well, Noah, thank you so much for joining us
Yeah,
tonight.
of course.
It was great to talk to you. And you're free anytime if you have a topic you want to talk about or educate us older folks about from your generation. Feel free to submit it to the show or be on the show with us.
Yeah.
Seriously, it's good to see you.
It's good to see you too. Well, I'll see you guys maybe later if you'll bring me back on. But
He will. He will. You did a very good job. This isn't easy to do, and you did a very good job. So be proud of yourself for that.
Yeah.
You're 13 years old, and you got the first one under the belt, so the rest of them are going to be easy breezy.
all right. Good night, everyone. Have a blessed day.
Wasn't he good, you guys? Didn't he do a really good job for his first time? 13 years old. It's so amazing. He did a really good job. Get through the phone dials and hands right up. That's true. Phone dial phones. Also, we had somebody said roller skating was awesome. I had a boyfriend who taught me how to go backwards, and I miss roller skating so bad. Some of my friends and stuff still do that. I don't know that I would trust myself roller skating at this point, but
I probably wouldn't if I was you too, Tammy. You fall and break a hip, it's over with.
it's over with at my age. But also they used to do shoot the duck. Do you remember shoot? I could never do that either. Shoot the duck is where you went down on one leg and you held the other leg out straight, and you just rolled around until you stopped.
I'd rather get on a 2,000-pound bull than try something like that on roller skates.
Don't you think Noah did a really good job?
Absolutely.
That's
wish
not
you'd
easy.
Speak up a little bit, but first time, not too bad.
Not too bad. It isn't. Okay, so let's continue with this here. The Watergate scandal. Do you remember that started in the 72 and went
Wasn't
on
born yet,
for-
Tammy.
You don't have to be born. This is stuff that happened in the 70s.
I remember learning about it, yes.
Yes, okay. Very good. Roe versus Wade was in 73. That was a big deal that we were talking about recently, right?
Yep.
And then we had, this was very scary. This was between 74 and 78, Ted Bundy. That was terrifying, that man, and the stuff that he did. And this was a heartbreaker for a lot of people. It was the breakup of the Beatles happened as well, which was what the song that was on your thumbnail today. Today's your birthday. In case you didn't know, that was the Beatles. In case it was before your time.
Beatles.
Yes.
That's cool. I never been a Beatles fan. I've listened to some of their music, and it's good. I mean, I can see why people went crazy about it in the the 60s? I think around the 60s, 70s. Not a big favorite of mine.
I was an Elvis girl, not the Beatles. Not the Beatles
Yeah.
per se. I was into Elvis.
I got into Elvis a little bit lately. Again, not really my type of music, but not bad music. Like I can listen to it.
Well, what's interesting is I've been in, Elvis died in 1977. I went to Graceland a few different times. The first time I went, it wasn't as public and organized as it was. You could literally just park across the street. There weren't all the shops and stuff and tour buses that take you there now. And they have all these shops and souvenirs. You actually could walk up the driveway. You just gave yourself a self tour through the house the first time I went. And I remember how that affected me, because I remember where I was young. I was like 12 years old, something like that, when Elvis died. And that had a huge impact on a lot of people at the time. So you were probably 10 when he died, I think.
If he died in 76, I'd have been 2.
I know. You
2 years old. I wouldn't have gave a shit.
Yeah. But
I was
I
probably
mean,
still shitting my pants at 2.
you probably were, yes. But it's really cool to be able to go there and see that place.
I think it's pretty amazing. I mean, I've watched documentaries, I've watched movies. What was the movie that just came out about Elvis that was pretty good? And I liked it. I mean, I think he was ahead of his time, and he definitely affected the world, not just his backyard or America, but he was like Michael Jackson and really affected the world with his music. And the Beatles. The Beatles did too.
Oh, yeah. Well, Rhonda said the call-in is not working. Maybe that's why we're not getting calls.
Do you? Oh, it's not working? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Let me try that again. But do you see outlandish comment there?
Oh, that is amazing. That is comedy right there. Outlandish Patriot. That is awesome.
I'm getting there. Let me see if I can turn this back on real quick.
Okay, Priscilla was the name of the movie, I think David said, and I did watch that too. I had said this, you guys, about Priscilla all along, and it's funny how times change, that with Priscilla, she always seemed to protect him, have respect for him. They had an amicable divorce. She never said anything bad about him until of late. Like, she finally told her side, and you realize, oh my God, the girl was only 14 years old. And it just the insanity of his lifestyle, the behind the scenes. Once again, it's somebody that you think, oh my gosh, to be around him or be in his world, it must have been amazing. And then you get the real version of it, and it's not all that it's cracked up to be. And unfortunately, that happens a lot.
I turned the phones back on, so I hope they're working. If anybody wanted to call in, I believe it's working. It said it was working. If it's not, throw me a message there in chat. I'll try to figure it out.
Yeah, that's what was going on there. If they couldn't get through,
I didn't know that. I didn't know it wasn't working.
Yeah, but basically that's what I had. Just some moments, just some memories, and what is the one thing that you have noticed being 50 and 51? Because I say every decade.
I hurt.
See, I'm glad you're being honest. I'm glad
I have no reason why not to be honest, but yeah, I mean, there's more pains now. I do know that I try to be a lot more cautious physically than I used to be, and I definitely think about things a lot more than just reacting all the time. And we do have a caller. I want to bring him in real quick, so let me do that.
So Rhonda.
All right, caller, welcome to LWN tonight. What's your name? Where are you from?
Hi, it's Diamond N.
Oh, it's Diamond N. How you doing tonight, Diamond N?
I am good. It's the end of the workday. Amen.
Amen. Tomorrow's Friday. Can't wait.
Yes, tomorrow is Friday. Oh boy.
Well, what do you want to? In the words of Noah, my son, my 13-year-old, what would you like to spill tonight?
Let's see. It saddens me to say this, but if you do not need to go into a hospital. Don't.
I agree.
I'm not going to get into it. I'm in the middle of transition to another position. It's gotten worse. I'm telling my family members and friends, don't do it. I got coworkers that are like, don't do it. Cold and flu season, yes. If it's life and death, if low O2, do it. But if you don't have to go into the hospital, please don't do it. We're being overwhelmed with illegals
Holy cow.
coming in for free health care. They're getting free surgeries. Surgeries for American citizens are being pushed down because there's some hospitals that are getting incentives for doing surgeries on illegals.
That's horrible. And I am looking forward to next week with you and John Estabrooks, Diamond. I gotta respond to that email that we sent out yesterday, and we'll get a day scheduled for next week, and we'll be on at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I can't wait to get more information from you, because John's saying some of the same things. He sent me some stuff earlier today, and it's not good. Our healthcare is not good, and like you said, it's being overran by illegals. They are putting illegals, prioritizing them over American citizens, just like you see the fight right now in Congress, where the Democrats are really pushing hard, and they're not willing to concede and to allow our government to operate with the new budget until they get what they want. And what they want, Diamond, and maybe you can speak a little bit on this, is they want health care for illegals.
They do. They want 1 point something
Trillion.
trillion or
Yep.
billion
Yep.
for
With a
them
T.
to get free health care. But from what I'm hearing, and with my health care, and even though it's through my employer, everybody's insurance is about to go up. And, you know, being in this industry so long, I've learned again that it's not the physicians and the doctors, you know, the doctors, nurses, APRNs. The insurance companies are hamstringing all these hospitals.
It's a
The
scam.
doctors that actually want to treat patients and want to take time, they can't. They're being strong-armed into harassing patients for payment, any type of payment. That's why you see so many people going to holistic remedies that actually work.
Yep.
So, I mean, onions, garlic, honey, you know, turmeric. I'm telling you, people, Instagram is full of holistic and naturopathic things that you can do at home for cheap. And, you know, there's, you know, the professionals, quote unquote, that are out there telling you, oh, well, you shouldn't do this. You need a professional, blah, blah, blah. Well, I was like, you know how many people have gone in and they were like suggesting a $12,000 surgery when all they really needed to do was maybe do rebounding or do something else holistic that worked 10 times better and cost far less. So, I mean, I just wanted to put that blip out. But
yeah, about 2 years ago, I was looking at a shoulder surgery because my shoulder was just freaking killing me at work. And Tammy does a lot of yoga and stretching. That's her profession. And so she was giving me some exercises, and at work I started just stretching my shoulder out every morning before work. I don't even stretch every morning anymore, but I can tell you that saved me from a shoulder surgery and probably a lot more pain and just problems in general after having the surgery. But just doing all natural things and thinking outside that box instead of taking a pill for everything and getting surgeries, I think a lot of people are rushing back to that form of medicine versus what we have today with Big Pharma.
Yep. And one other thing, I really think that RV is about to happen really soon. There's a lot President Trump's doing a lot of tours in Asia, in the Middle East, and, things going on with silver in India, and, the way they smacked down silver this past week, it's going to rebound hard. Like, it's going to shock the people that are doing the shorts, I think.
Yeah. Now would be a good time to buy silver and gold for sure, and while it's down, and I think it'll bounce back too.
Yep, buy the dip.
Yep. All right. Well, thanks for the call, Diamond. Like I said, expect an email tomorrow. We'll nail down a date for next week, and me, you, and John Estabrooks next week. Looking forward to it.
Most definitely. All right. Y'all have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
So I'm
Hold on just a second, Tammy. Give me just a second. There we go. Go ahead.
So I'm glad
Go
that
ahead.
she brought that up. Go ahead. I went in to get a hearing test because I had ringing in my ear that wouldn't go away, and I figured it was for allergies. I told you about that. They wanted to do an MRI on me, and I'm like, fine. So I book it. With my insurance, it was still going to be $528 or $38. And I said for my part, and she's like, yes. So I didn't do it because they already cleared out what was going on for the most part. They just wanted to make sure, to see under there and there wasn't like gross or whatever. And I'm like, you know what? Who can afford $525? It is probably not even going to cure or let them know exactly what's going on. They'll probably say, yeah, it was allergies and inflammation. And it comes and it goes, but also the allergies come and go. When my eyes water, my ear rings a little bit, then it goes away. So health insurance is just insane. In the hospital that I was working at, they are so understaffed and overworked. The emergency room is packed full of people because they use the hospital as their doctors because they don't have insurance, and they've closed a lot of hospitals down around me. So that place is constantly packed, and it is just such a bad, negative, sad environment. I got to commend the people that are in the healthcare system that do provide care for
Absolutely.
people,
I want to say hi to my buddy Skip. Skip Barnett. He is in Facebook tonight.
Hey, Skip.
Thanks for joining us, Skip. We got another caller here, Tammy. I'm going to bring him on in. All right, caller. Welcome to LWN tonight. What's your name? Where are you from?
Hi, Mike. It's Rhonda from Boston.
Oh, Rhonda from Boston. I love it.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Happy birthday.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I can't believe I made it this long, but I'm still kicking.
What's this, 26?
Oh yeah. I wish it was 26. It's 51 today. 51 years old.
Oh, you're a baby.
I love hearing that. I love hearing that because Tammy doesn't say that to me.
Oh, well, that's all right. Your callers will treat you right.
So, how is Boston
Only kidding,
today?
Tammy. We love you.
Yeah, we love Tammy. How is Boston today? Are you concerned at all about November the 1st?
Honestly, not really.
You're all prepped and ready to go?
Yeah, I got my
Good.
38 special. I'm all set.
Good. Because Jeff texted us this afternoon when I was on my way home, and so did Rosemary. And thank you for the very kind happy birthday video today, Rosemary. I really appreciate it. So Rosemary messaged me, and so did Jeff B. And Jeff said that the big chair told him that Trump is moving, and correct me if I'm wrong, Tammy, but the cabinet is being secured in military places, and that all 50 states have been notified to put their National Guard on alert and ready to go. And so, and I asked Jeff, I said, what's this all about? Is it about the whole EBT thing? He said, yeah, it's over the EBT. I said, are we looking at like civil unrest and riots? He said, very possible. So again, I just want to inform everybody, just be cautious, be careful out there. Pay attention. It's not just the grocery store. It's the gas station, especially the ATM machine. If you're going to the ATM machine, be careful. Be cautious. lock your doors, keep your doors locked, and just be careful out there and protect yourself. So, what do you think, Rhonda? Are you thinking that we might see maybe some more of remember the summer of love of 2020 when people went absolutely insane?
Oh yeah, we just had an incident at a grocery store 3 days ago. They were stealing meat, lobster, and the employees tried to stop the two, and they were assaulting. They were hitting them, the employees, and the police came and arrested them. And somebody there videotaped the whole thing. So, it's already started. But it's funny because probably I'd say a mile up the street from me is the National Guard, one of the locations, and we've been seeing the trucks in and out of there. Been very active over there.
So, okay, if you would have told me that they were in there stealing beans, rice, and stuff like that, that would make more sense to feed my family. But you, if I'm not mistaken, if I heard my earbud right, you said they were stealing lobster and steak. What the hell do they need lobster and steak for if they're trying to feed their families?
Because I'm going to be nice. Because if you're getting free stuff, you're used to eating the best, I guess. I don't know.
True.
I mean, some people think, some people need the assistance.
I agree.
And other people, it's been a generational thing with their whole family. It's like they passed it down to each other.
Oh, I got family. I have family that is generational that have been on government assistance. My aunts, my cousins, and now my second cousins. It's very generational in some places. Yes, I totally agree with that.
And I just feel that, if you get it for free, why pay for it? And that's the way they look at it. Meanwhile, the rest of us that are struggling, and, we rob Peter to pay Paul every month, we just keep saying, okay, well, we're just gonna do this, and we don't say anything, and we keep quiet about it, and it just comes to a point where enough is enough, and I think the country has had enough, and I think this is more than just EBT and food stamps. I think there's something going on militarily, and this is a good cover, a good cloud to, like a cover for what's really going on, but I don't know. Then again, I watch too much Q, but I'm ready. I am so ready to just move ahead with this and get it over with.
I agree with you. Here was a thought when you were talking about that I had. I mean, I feel like as human beings, as neighbors, as good Samaritans, I almost feel like patriots should have their Second Amendment on them, and they should go stand in front of all the mom and pop stores and protect them. Now, I'm not suggesting that that's what we should do. I just, in my brain, I'm sitting there thinking, if there was a mom and pop store close to me that I shopped at frequently for like meat and stuff like that, the last thing in the world I'd want to see is for them to get robbed and lose everything and have to close their doors. So as Americans, I guess my question to you, Rhonda, is should we stand up and support those communities and those people and mom and pop shops in our communities? I don't give a shit about Walmart, Target, or any of the other ones, but our mom and pop shops, the backbone of America, those ones that have been generations of owning the same store. Their great grandparents owned it, their grandparents owned it, their parents, and now the kids are running those shops. Should we stand up as Americans and protect them?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And that's why I do support the farms around here. The stores, the ones that make homemade soap, and we have a hippie farm here. And I buy all my I was just thinking I got to get some dandelion herbs and my soursop and all that stuff. These big box stores have got to go. Who cares if they go under? If they get robbed, they get robbed. They've been robbing us for years, and they've been killing us for years. I have no qualms, no worries about them. Do I want anyone to get hurt? No, I don't. But like I said, they can fend for themselves.
I like it. I like it. Love it. Thank you for the call tonight. Rhonda, thank you for the happy birthday. It's always a pleasure to see you in chat, and it's always a pleasure to have you call in.
Oh, well, I love you guys. You guys actually might, we go back. I got my first silver coin, and I've been buying silver since. And I love you guys. I'm looking forward to winning my second one.
All right. Well, stay tuned.
All right. I love
First
you
part
guys.
of December, we're going to give away some more
Okay.
coins.
I love you.
Love you too. See ya.
All right. Good night. Bye, Tammy.
Bye.
All right.
Just
Hold on.
gotta-
Hold on. There we go. All right. Go ahead.
Just
You're good
gotta
now.
wait until he does that because I can't talk when there's a caller, and I gotta wait till he switches it or there's a big, huge echo. So I'm not trying to be rude, but anyhow, she's exactly right. I don't really care if these big box stores go under, but I will tell you, I went to Walmart today to stock up on some things, and a lot of their stuff is completely empty. So I don't know if that's because they just didn't get the deliveries or they're pre-planning for stuff. Because Jeff B was saying where they're going to close their doors and only do curbside pickup.
But here's
I'm
the thing. But here's the thing. We do curbside pickup. I caution people that's still an easy target. So be very, very careful. Even if you're going to pre-order your groceries and pick them up curbside, be very cautious and careful of that because these people are crazy. And I agree with Rhonda. I could care less if the big box stores go out of business. I think that would open the doors for entrepreneurs to open up grocery stores, little markets. I support all the little markets. I love the fact that she goes to the farmer's market and she buys dandelion whatever and goat milk soap and whatever else. Like, ever since COVID, I think, again, COVID was somewhat of a blessing because it got a lot of us starting to buy direct from farmers, ranchers, farmers market. Like, I really think the big box stores have taken a hit since COVID, and I am more than glad to support local. I could care less about Walmart, Target, you name it. Let's stay small. Small town.
Yeah, I agree with you. But remember, Walmart also was doing this where they were taking the prices off their products and there was no prices on the tags and there would be a sign above it that would say the price. But they were upcharging people is what they were doing, is basically what it was because they were covering it up with tags. And even Dollar Tree has done that where there's tags that cover up the price and the tag, the red tag, the green tag, yellow, whatever it is, stands for a certain price. And I said to the girl, I said, what do these mean? And she told me. So they're all doing it. These places are just
and
trying to
look at Camperman here. He says, I buy from the Amish. We have Mennonites back home where my parents live. And I've been in Amish areas where they have their own little stores, and the Mennonites also have their own little stores, grocery stores and stuff. I'm telling you, it's some of the best bread, some of the best canned goods. Like, why are we still, and I don't mean you guys, I see a lot of the comments I haven't bought from Walmart in years. I get that. I'm not projecting this toward our audience. I'm just saying in general, why are people still shopping at Walmart and some of these big box stores when there are so many better choices out there? And maybe not everybody has those options like
in my
those type
area.
of stores.
In
for
my
sure.
area, we do have farmers markets, which is amazing, but it's a small town, and so if it's not the farmers market in this wintertime, so they don't have the same stuff they had in the summertime, right, because it's out of season. So you can kind of get breads and pastries, which I do, but you can't live on bread and pastries. I mean, well, you could,
yeah, I
but
could.
you could.
Yeah, I can.
But
I mean, I lost 30 pounds, but I could do it
Yeah.
again. If I had to.
But in the summertime, it would be totally different because the farmers market's twice a week here, but they sell out really fast. So my
They
thing
do.
is,
And
if
that's
more
a good
people,
thing.
it
That's
is.
a good thing.
It is amazing. But the thing is, we need more of that because if everybody starts doing it, you don't have a chance. I mean, you could go to our farmer's market an hour after it opens and a lot of the stuff is already gone, which I'm happy for them. But, it's like, what do we do? So we've got one more day. Tomorrow's Halloween, and then it's November 1st. And, we mentioned this last night that over 40% of the people that are on food stamps in the EBT system are not even American citizens, they're illegals. So what did we say about illegals? If they come into this country illegal and they have all this self-entitlement of illegal stuff and it gets cut off, do you think they're going to take that calmly? No. And that's where I worry about it. I don't know that it's going to be the moms or the single dads, the people that have kids. They're going to be upset, yes, but I'm hoping that they have family and friends that'll help them out. I'm worried about the fight back from the illegals is what I'm worried about.
Yeah, the civil unrest, the rioting.
Yeah.
So Tammy, what'd you think of my wild shirt tonight?
It's flamingos, and that is another thing that I would never expect you to be in. I think it's very attractive with your hat, but this is the thing that I want to say about LW, you guys. Knowing him for as long as I have, behind the scenes and in front of the scenes, I will tell you, there is never a boring moment with this man. This man is like 10 men in one. It's insanity. It's like a new day, a new thought, a new way, and look over here, no, look over here, look up and down, and then he's back over here. So it's an adventure to be an acquaintance and a friend of yours, but it's a good time. It's never a boring time. I will say that.
This is my golf shirt. I love wearing this in the summertime to go golfing.
It's your golf shirt?
It's my golf shirt, and I'm like, you know what? Tonight's my birthday. Tonight I want to be a fun as I possibly can be. Mr. Skeptic and Mr. Serious all the time.
Yes.
I wanted to joke. I wanted to have a good time. I wanted to wear something bright and fun and just relax and just enjoy the moment. 51 years. It is like Noah said, it's half a century. He doesn't let me live that down. 51 years is a lot of years. I've got a lot of miles. I got a lot of experience. I've got a lot of good times. I have a lot of great times. I've had a lot of not so great times and sad times, and we've lost a lot of wonderful people along the way. And this is for them. Us doing this show every night that we can, this is for them. For Shane and for Rhino and for so many that we've lost. Tactical Tonto, Matt, that was a hard hit for us.
Oh yeah, Bruce Ronke Rogue.
Bruce Ronke. I mean, there's so many great people out there that were a big part of LWN and still are a big part of LWN. They're in our hearts. They're in our minds. We haven't forgot them. We'll never forget them. I'll always talk about Shane and the rest of them. And so tonight was just like kick your feet up, kick back, have a drink, celebrate my birthday. Let's remember the past, all the fun toys that we grew up with and the TV shows and all that stuff and the things that happened in 51 years. And, I couldn't imagine celebrating my birthday with anyone else than the listeners tonight and having fun. And we're going to do some things with the family this weekend. But they asked me, well, what do you want to do on your birthday? And I said, really like to spend it online, honestly, with all the family and friends that we have here. And just give you guys a chance to share this moment with me. And I really do appreciate it.
Yeah, it is kind of cool that you can do what you need to do on the weekend with family and enjoy that and friends, but we're your family and friends too on air, right? So it's great that you spent your birthday with us and people came in to enjoy your birthday. I mean, I love it, and that's what it's all about. We don't need to be serious and share all the bad times all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's like we do that so much. You need to disengage and diffuse sometimes, and I thought that was really good tonight. People got a little bit of a smile and memory, and I think that's really good. It's healthy. The Captain Finger. And government cheese was good. I don't know if it's still good, but my family went through a phase of needing help as well, and I remember that cheese. It was yummy. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Yeah, we had those stickers. I think I still have some too, if anybody ever wanted any. But I do believe I still have the old Captain Finger sticker available somewhere. I got them somewhere, but I know a few people bought them and put them on their rigs, and I don't know. Maybe I'll make a T-shirt for him and put that out there for you guys because he was a huge part of LWN for a long time, and I know he's watching right now.
Yeah, it just gave me chills.
He's up there. He's up there. He's celebrating my birthday, and he is sorely missed for sure.
Yeah, it just seems like forever ago and yet only yesterday. And see, this is what we're getting ready for, you guys. It says
Yep.
Birmingham police have closed down half of downtown Birmingham, Alabama. Now, I haven't heard much about Atlanta here, but I'm sure that's going to be happening here. Not that Atlanta has a lot of grocery stores and stuff downtown, but people like to go in the heart of the city and do things. So, we just have to pray a lot, you guys. It's just, we don't know what's coming. But like I said, we hope that our president has it under control and it's going to be okay. Oh, look at this. Carlene, that's a very nice thing to say. Very sweet. And then we've got Southern Jen. I have the stickers. I still have my 2 stickers too, and I'm glad I didn't put them on my car because I had to get rid of the car. So I
You
had
can
still
always
have 'em.
buy more, Tammy.
Oh yeah, I could, couldn't I? That's a thought. But I like that I still have like the original ones, like when I first joined the channel and stuff. Buying more is the option.
Well, the
I
funny
would do
thing
that.
is this is no shit. I've driven down the road and seen. In my little hometown, there were several people, and Skip was one of them, that had the stickers on the vehicles. It was really cool to drive through town and see the LWN stickers. There were times where I drove down the damn road and saw them at a gas station. I was like, what the heck? And then we had callers that would call in and say, hey, I was driving down the interstate and a vehicle passed me and had an LWN sticker on it. And I mean, we affected a lot of people all across this country, all around the world. People were buying stickers from UK and from Ireland and from a lot of different places all over the world. Canada, I sent a lot of them to Canada. And it was just a fun way to like put yourself out there. And if you ran into somebody who had that same sticker, it was an easy conversation to go, hey, I got one of those too. And it was just a lot of fun. And I still got, I want to bring back the Captain Finger one for sure, because I just think what a great way to honor him. We lost him 2 years ago last September, and I want to honor him and all his effort and his hard work and his time that he put in and all the conversations. Tammy, you and I have a lot of conversations now. Shane and I talked probably 3 times what you and I talk, hours and hours and hours every day. And that wasn't even counting the shows that we did together. That was just phone conversations every day that him and I had. And it was just truly amazing.
Yeah, he had that deep voice with that little accent to him. And, he used to call me
Very
up every
polite.
now
He
and
was
again.
a gentleman. He was a gentleman
Yes.
to everyone. And he was definitely a gentleman to the ladies.
Yeah, he definitely was. But, I just remembered a conversation we had, and it was like 2 hours, and it didn't even seem like that. And I'm like, hey, we got to go. We got a show to do in a little bit, It was just, talk about anything and everything. And, it's very rare that you find that in somebody. That's what I'm going to say, because you can have a friend for a long time and, you say or do something wrong and they kind of back away or judge you for it. And it's just, he was just so welcome. He reminded me a lot of my father. My father was that way, just so forgiving and never throwing anything in your face or making you feel guilty or bringing up stuff. He just moved on and he loved hard. And, I think Shane did the same thing. Shane was just, he wanted peace. He wanted to be mellow. He wanted everybody to get along and just enjoy life and appreciate the simple things, which is everything. The simple things, the good friends in life are really everything.
Absolutely. Well, Tammy, it's rolling up on 90 minutes. I think I'm going to go join the
Yep.
family.
Yes.
Just want to roll into final thought, and
Okay.
we'll call it a night.
Okay, so I will say not to be afraid, everybody, the next couple days. If you need to head out to the grocery store, obviously do that. But, I think prayer is very powerful. Prayer is heard. Prayer is supernatural. And it'll keep you safe and calm, if anything. God never lets you down. And I think that's what we need to do, because when we take a look at the outside world and the different things going on, it's very scary. And it is completely out of our control. Even though we may know what's going on, we see this ugly, there's not a lot we can do about it when it's on the mass scale that it is. And that's where we have to trust our leaders in the military and hope they do the right thing if that it comes down to that. But God is in ultimate control. Everything goes through God's hands. God knows what's going on. And that's all there is to it. So keep your faith in him. And also, happy birthday to you, LW. It's been a great ride the last, year or two that we've been working together again. And it's great to be back in the saddle with you on your 51st birthday. Gosh,
Yeah.
it's hard to say. 51.
51, and we did talk about that the other morning.
Yeah.
We've been back for a couple years, not as much as we have for the last 2 weeks, but every couple of weeks or at least once a month we do a show. Sometimes a little longer than that, but it's glad to be back with you, Tammy, and with the crew and with all the people watching tonight. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. Thank you for the call tonight, Diamond in. Appreciate it. Looking forward to next week with her.
Yeah.
Stay safe out there, folks. Take care of one another. Love one another. Be kind and generous, and just keep your faith in God. And we will be back here very, very soon. Don't know when. Maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure. Tomorrow's Friday. We'll have to see what the family has planned for me. But we'll be back most of next week. If we're not back sometime this week, and we'll see. Last minute Larry.
That's what he is.
Might get a surprise. So just never know. But thank you guys. We're gonna sign off tonight, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye.